So one more time, good evening to you all, and good afternoon and good morning from wherever you might be trying to tune in and listen to us. This is Uptrennd Africa first AMA, and as everybody know that our core value is to educate African and also increase adoption of cryptocurrency and its technology in our continent. So we are so fortunate to have the first project, and it's coming from our own let me say our own person that we've already been interacting with, and it's going to be helping us to open our eyes to some vital information that we need to gather. Yes, we may know some of the information already, but there are still some things that we need to open our eyes to in preparation for the launch and some other things attached to the project. So with me, I have Jan. So let me try to get your mic. Jan, can you please try to check your mic?
Hello, how are you guys?
Can you please speak out? I can't hear you.
It's a real pleasure to be with you guys from Africa and other countries, and to provide you more information about RFND.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, guys, I want you to pay attention as we receive so many questions, and we need to manage our time because we understand that we really want to give you overview of the plans that the project has, and again we will try to also still explain what RFND is and in relation to the SLP token protocols and the blockchain, so that we can really understand what the project is all about. So Jan, can you please try to give us a quick introduction about yourself, your experience in crypto space, and just give us just quick and short introduction.
Okay. Well, my name is Crypto Baro or Jan Bouda. I have a background in finances and marketing. I've been in cryptocurrency space approximately around 3 years, and I also learned a lot when I used to work and when I used to dedicate alone to Uptrennd when I was a crypto blogger. And basically that's it. I founded RFND token on February 25th last year. So we are almost about going to have the first anniversary in more or less in 1 month. So the community has been growing well, and I'm very happy to answer any doubts of yours and more or less to clear your doubts about RFND.
All right, thank you for that short introductions, and we appreciate. And let me try to. So tonight, like I said, we have a lot of questions received from the community members, and we are going to see how we are going to do justice to them. But before then, Jan, can you please try to give us an overview of what RFND is all about, the project itself, and what the team is trying to achieve, and also what the project is set to do for people people that get involved or engage themselves in maybe trying to invest in the project?
Okay, I'm going to explain. RFND is a simple ledger token. That means SLP means those are the tokens which are creating on network which is linked to Bitcoin Cash. The advantage of SLP system are very low transaction fees. So for example, if you transfer RFND from one SLP wallet to another, the transaction is lower than 1 cent of US dollar. And those transactions are very secure and very fast. Because remember, in somehow that Bitcoin Cash is a fork of Bitcoin, and that the stability of system of Bitcoin was inherited from Bitcoin. So that is basically the advantage. What we have started doing is that we based RFND on different values. One value is neutrality, that we are neutral to any opinion about any point of view. We are also promoters of fair profits for holders, because we realized, I basically started RFND because I realized that my pension funds have been singing that that we are in a real threat, that the traditional fiat system can be hardly punished by this crisis. So I think that people should have more options. That's why we created RFND, to give them solutions for it, basically. So since I began RFND, we started to pay out on every 2 months Bitcoin cashback to holders who had a determined amount of RFND. First they needed to have 50,000 RFND, and then the last minimum amount is 500,000 RFND. Now we are introducing a new upgrade, which is called FEX. FEX is called Fair Exchanged App, which is going to completely revolutionize. It's going to make a revolution in the way of staking that has been done so far. So I would be very happy to present you the highlights or the improvements that FEX will have.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that. Tonight, guys, we will need to, first of all, before the questions, we will need to really go deep into the what we are expecting tomorrow, which is the staking platform, or let me say the staking hub. So, guys, you need to pay attention, and let's look at what FEX is, and what are the benefits attached to it, and why do we really need to invest, or why do we need to make use of this app and stake our tokens, and stake our RFND tokens using the app? So, John, are you good to go to really give us an understanding about FEX?
Yeah. I would like to tell you, we have created videos, video and article. Remember that on Uptrennd, we have an official account that is called RFND Investment, and you can check it there. But I'm going to present you. I'm gonna be explaining it here. Great, thanks a lot. So the advantages of RFND Fair Exchange App, which we call FEX, are it's 100% non-custodial. That means from the very beginning, you will be in charge of your funds, okay? Because you will hold them on your wallet. Zero inflation in staking model, which is the next. That means our rewards will be paid in Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash, okay? So we are not producing our native tokens as a staking reward. Okay, so users cannot for BCH or Ethereum staking reward payout. That is a great advantage. Let's suppose that some people prefer Bitcoin Cash and other people prefer Ethereum. So you can choose whatever you want. Okay. So it's like to go to the buffet and you have options to choose between scrambled eggs or pancakes. So here you choose between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. Now, our model has progressive increase on staking reward percentual rate. We have different levels. I will show you in the other slide how it works. I'm going to explain to you. So more RFND you hold, the more better percentual rate you are entitled. And we also have bonuses. Bonuses, that means that if you hold RFND at least 3 months, you are entitled to get your first bonus. Okay. Next. Now we have the part related to staking concepts. Okay, I'm going to explain you. RFND at this moment is traded on memo.cash and CCT. Okay, you can trade RFND at this moment in RFND Bitcoin Cash trading pair, RFND versus Ethereum, which is the most traded trading pair at this moment, RFND Doge and RFND Tron. Okay, so we have the initial price of RFND for staking. So in our team, we calculate every day the average weight price of RFND. So we calculate the initial price of RFND for staking, which is the 5-day average weight price. So if people start tomorrow staking, that would be the average price of from January 19, 18, 17, 16, and 15. Okay, in order to avoid, in order to bring stability to the staking model. Now, next. Now, we have to calculate something that is called monthly average RFND price. That means if you start staking from January 19 to February 19, those are the 30 days approximately, 30 or 31 days, it depends on each month, okay? And we make an average, okay? And we use this for calculation of RFND staking reward. Okay. Now, something that I want to let you know, we have our calculation parameter means that we divide the monthly average RFND price, which is adjusted. If our price increases up to 40%, we are in the interval. If our price would increase, for example, from 2 Satoshi to 4 Satoshi, that would be 100%. We would take only the monthly average RFND price, which is increased by 40%, which would be to 2.80 per Satoshi, okay? The same, we cannot always say that the RFND is going up. It can go also down. So there is also the limit up to minus 40% of decrease. Okay, now the next. So let's suppose that for our total model we have a average staking reward rate of 3%. Okay, so that means, which is next, that RFND can increase by 40%, that rate up to 42%, or it can decrease to 1.80%. So there is going to be an interval of payout between 1.8 to 4.2%. This is going to be calculated per each holder. It's going to be customized, and it's going to depend on the day when he or she starts to stake RFND. Here it is basically regarding to that decrease. Okay, so now we go with the next slide. Okay, here I want to show you the table of staking rewards per level. Okay, now I'm going here from the starters to the diamond. Okay, So the starters are the people who start from 500,000 to 4.99 million. These people will not receive the monthly staking reward in Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash, but they will be allowed to receive airdrop of SLP tokens. Now, regarding to this, we have planned one airdrop for next week of Sweet token, and probably we will have another big airdrop for our anniversary, which is scheduled for February 25th. Okay, so everybody here is going to receive it. Okay, now people who can participate on FEX are the people who are subscribed from bronze level. So once you enter to FEX, I'm going to post that tutorial today. Okay, you will have two options. You will have to select there what you want to receive, Ethereum or BCH. If you want to receive BCH, you can start doing it from 5 million to infinite amount of RFND. Okay, so if you are in the bronze level, here is the monthly staking reward. This monthly staking reward, the second column, is for supposing that RFND increases 0% versus Bitcoin Cash during the month. Okay, so if there is a 0% of increase, you will receive from 1.11% to 4.39%. However, these rates can increase. For example, in bronze level, it can increase up to 1.52% or decrease to 0.67%, depending on the performance of, it depends on the performance of RFND, okay? And it increases per each level. For example, for silver, it goes to 1.44, to gold 2.02, for platinum 2.93%, and for diamond 4.39%. Now, every user is also entitled for bonuses, okay? So every level from bronze to diamond, they can receive the bonus for staking per 3 months. So you can receive from 0.56% up to 2.2%. Then the next bonus is for 6 months, then 12 months, and every year, from the second year, it's going per 6 months, okay? So we want to reward loyalty of every holder, okay? So you can check it, and we also have all of this in our communication channel. So now let's suppose I'm gonna give you one example that you have the scenario that RFND during that month increased 25%, 25.43%. So I'm gonna explain you how we calculate it. From January 16 to January 20, the average initial price of RFND that we calculate for staking is 2.36 Satoshi, okay? Now, the average monthly price that we calculated is 2.96 Satoshi, okay? So we have to here calculate the percentual increase, which is 296 divided by 2.36, and it gives us 25.43%, okay? That is how we calculate it for every user, for every investor, okay? Then the factor is 1.25, okay? Now, what does it mean? We have this percentage per percentual increase, okay? Now, for bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, that will improve this percentual rate to 1.39%, and it goes up to 5.51%, okay? So, so I'm gonna give you the example for someone who is in a gold level. Those guys from gold staking level, for example, that person has 100 million RFND. As you can see in the gold, percentual rate is 2.53%. Okay, we calculate the initial value to 236 million Satoshi. Okay, which is according to the average initial price. The monthly reward is in 5,907,800 Satoshi. Okay, so this is the monthly reward is 0.0597 in BCH. Now, if the person subscribed to Ethereum, here we have the exchange rate between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash between 2.1. This can every day this rate it can increase or decrease. So for Ethereum guys, it would be 0.0271 Ethereum. Okay, but it's going to depend. That rate is going to depend on the rate between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash on the day of the payout. Okay, so that is the first scenario. So we have the conclusion. We have the average monthly price 296 Bitcoin Cash Satoshi. It increased 25.43%. Okay, the rate was 2.53%. And the staking reward was that we concluded 0.0597 BCH or 0.027 Ethereum. Okay, now something that I want to explain here from the beginning. If you start staking from January 19 to February 19, the rewards will be paid out until March 1st. We will pay the rewards every first day of each month, okay, because we want to have order in it, and we will have to do this staking reward mechanism payout calculation manually. So we need, that's why we need these days, okay? And this new initial, this average monthly price becomes the new initial price for the beginning on February 20th, okay? So that is basically that idea. Now, we have the scenario 2. RFND, all of these scenarios are hypothetical, okay? We cannot never speculate about it because we don't know it, okay? But I'm just going to giving you the example with these hypothetical examples. So here we have the same average initial price 2.36, but RFND was doing extremely well in this case, and it increased to 4.5 Satoshi, okay? However, we have 90% of increase, but our model, in order to become sustainable, we need to adjust this percentual increase to 40%. So our adjusted average monthly price will be 1.4, okay? Here we have the breakdown of the table. Now, the staking reward, for example, for gold level will go from 2.02% to 2.83%, okay? So that is the top percentual level for that month, okay? Now, let's see a bit example. The same level is gold level. You have the staking reward 2.83%. We divide monthly the average monthly price between initial value, okay? So the monthly reward is 0.06678 BCH. Converted to Ethereum, it's 0.0303 Ethereum, okay? So that is like the best case scenario. Now, the conclusions. We have the average monthly price 4.5 BCH Satoshi, okay? That is an increase of 90.67%. However, we have to consider it only up to 40%, okay? So the valid percentual staking rate is 2.83%. And the payouts are 0.0678 BCH or 0.03 Ethereum, okay? And we will pay it on March 1st. Now, the average according to the mechanism of 40% of maximum increase will become the new initial price for the period which begins on February 20, okay? Now let's go for the next one. we have the now when we present scenarios, we also explain what would happen if RFND loses value. The price is 2.3, 1.7. That average monthly price means that the value of RFND versus Bitcoin Cash decreased by 27.97%. So the factor is 0.72. Okay. And here we have the breakdown of the table. The staking reward. So for example, for gold level, which has 2.02% for 0% increase, the valid rate would be 1.46%, okay? Considering that RFND decreased versus Bitcoin Cash, okay? Now, we will have here, even if RFND decreased, people will be still getting paid BCH. So the monthly reward here will be 3,445,600 Satoshi, which is 0.0345 BCH. I want to tell you something. Remember that one Bitcoin Cash has 100 million Satoshi, okay? So 0.01 BCH has 1 million Satoshi, so that is 0.01 BCH is approximately $5 at this moment, okay? So $5 is 1 million Satoshi. And monthly reward in Ethereum is 0.0156 Ethereum, okay? Considering the exchange rate between Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, 2.1 BCH per Ethereum. Now the conclusion, here we go. You stay, conclusion for scenario, you stake on January, okay, we have the bonuses. Okay, the bonuses, that means you stake on January 20th. Okay, and if you hodl until April 20th, you receive your first quarter bonus on May 1st. Okay, the first quarter bonus will go for from 0.56% to 2.2%, depending on your level. Okay, then the next bonus is to receive the reward in 6 months, which will be in August. And then the next bonus will be in March. Okay. So we have here the dynamic growth of percentual staking rewards. Something that I want to let you know is that you can begin with a balance. However, you can deposit to your Simple Ledger address wallet, okay? And your final reward of each month will be calculated as average balance, and the staking reward will be subject to that fact. That means, for example, you have balance of 60 million RFND. After 15 days, you deposit 20 million RFND. Okay? Then the new balance is 80 million RFND. Here we have, sorry guys, we have here a little mistake. It's average balance. We have the balance of, that would be if we have, for example, I'm gonna return to another example. We have the initial balance of 100 million RFND, and we have the deposit after 15 days, 200 million RFND. It is not here in the slide, okay? So the average balance would be 100 million. So if you deposit to your SLP wallet, you will be receiving also rewards based on that fact, okay? It's going to be calculated like the average balance on the banking account. Next. Okay. Can go with the next slide. Yes. Okay. So we gave that example. Okay. We have the initial balance of 100 100 million RFND. We deposit after 15 days 200 million RFND. Okay. So the balance. So we have. I don't want to confuse you. We have the average balance 50 million RFND. We deposit after 15 days 100 million RFND. 100 million RFND. So we have the average balance of 100 million RFND. That is the new balance for that will be considered for staking. Okay. So here we go with the next.
Okay, Jan, thank you so much because I know you have a lot to offer tonight, and and I know that maybe we'll still look at some other time that we are going to bring you for more presentations and go deeper and deeper for people to now really enjoy you. So so that we will have time to answer people questions, I think it's better for us to accommodate some questions and then give them solutions to their questions.
Of
Right?
course. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me try to first of all uh, pick a particular question that talked about uh, the RFND mass adoption. The question is, as I said, how do you plan to achieve RFND mass adoption, or is there a plan for simple onboarding?
Okay, that's a very good question. The mass adoption is basically going to be achieved if people see results. Okay, so one thing is that we market it through articles, with by interviews. We explain people. We also do it by our Telegram channels. I also invite to all of you that you can join to our official Telegram channels. Okay, so where you can also receive personalized service. And but I think the most important fact is that people see results. What I contribute the growth of RFND during the last year, this is due to the fact that people were getting paid what they have been promised. So we keep our promise. And in the last year, in the last 6 Bitcoin cashbacks, we paid approximately 10.33 Bitcoin cash. At this moment, it would be something like around $4,500. So I think the best advertising is word of mouth. That if it works for you, then you can recommend it, and then you can also participate it more. Okay, that would be basically my answer for that question.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Another question here is focusing on the lock period, and it says, what are the requirements for staking the daily returns, and is there any lock period for withdrawing my assets, and for claiming my reward, do I need to pay extra fee?
Okay, very good question. What you need to do is the requirements for staking. You need to have the minimum balance of 5 million RFND. Okay, you need to have them deposit in a valid SLP address. Okay, so once you go to staking FEX staking app, we will add that tutorial today. Okay, where we will explain it. You have to type your email, you have to verify your email, and you have to choose between what you want to obtain, BCH or Ethereum. Then you will be asked also for verification of your simple ledger address, which you will have to make a transfer of 1 RFND. It's going to be explained within the same address. And the last thing, you have to submit your address for BCH or Ethereum payout. That would be the requirements. Now, The returns, we don't have them daily. We calculate them every month. The one requirement is that if you want to receive your staking reward, you need to stake your RFND for a minimum period of 30 days. Okay, I will give you example. You enter there on January 19th, okay, and you uh, finish your staking period on February 19th. You must keep it from January to February, okay? And your staking reward will be paid out on March 1st. Now, we don't force people to be locked. Now, let's say that someone has urgent need to cash RFND into Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum on CCTip, and he decides to do it on February 10th. That would be 8 days before that the staking period, minimum staking period elapses. There is only one penalty, that if you don't comply with the minimum period, you will not receive the staking reward. This is a condition. Okay, so that would be basically like that. You can handle your RFND the way you like, because you will have them. You will be in charge of them. You will not have to wait 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, or 6 months to unlock them. No, it's 100% non-custodial, and you are in charge of your funds from the beginning. Now, for claiming my rewards, do I need to pay extra fees? No, it is on us. For Ethereum holders, we will have a promotion. That is for it is free for Bitcoin Cash holders. For Ethereum holders, we will have a promotion of the first 2 months that we will cover those withdrawal fees to Ethereum, but from April we will charge it. Okay, so this is something that every person has to consider, but every person has the option. So that would be my answer.
Great answer. Great answer from there. Uh, let's look at an aspect of, if you look at your presentation was so loaded, and there are some information that I know that many of the listeners and participants really enjoy when you are presenting. So I'm going to move to this question, and it's uh, it's a very good question that talked about the potential that RFND has as a project and as a token. And the person asks and say, why build such a massive, promising project on the LSLP network instead of other top networks like BSC, ETH, TRX, and so on and so forth? So why are you building it on SLP?
Okay, that's a very good question. Let me tell you something. I decided to create it on SLP token, on SLP network, because I found it extremely easy. Okay, and I also went for the fact that the transaction fees on Bitcoin Cash are extremely low. I will give you one comparison. If I wire RFND from my wallet to another wallet, I will pay 1 cent of US dollar, and it's extremely fast. If I wire uh, any ERC20 token from one ERC20 wallet to another wallet, we will be paying between $2 to $5 or $6. So it depending on the Ethereum gas fees. So that's why I selected SLP for the moment. However, we can plan expansion to other networks. We are considering for this year maybe the inclusion of RFND on Avalanche or on ERC20. But we will have to, before we do any upgrade, if we do any change, we have to always check it if there is a viability for us, if it is feasible or not. So we have to always check it with numbers.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. outside outside earning while staking, what other future projects, or let me say, maybe the person is trying to ask about features or use cases or products that RFND is looking at in the nearest future.
Okay, very good. I will explain. So first of all, we have RFND as a token for staking up. Okay, that will be producing staking rewards. This is something that we begin. Now, next week on January 25th, we will launch something that the community has asked us. That is, some people told me, have requested, I want to earn RFND. How can we do that? Okay, so we will launch a new Twitter profile where we will sponsor some links, where some we will have some tweets which will be sponsored by our sponsors, or affiliation links. And if people retweet them and like them, they will be willing to earn RFND. This is the first approach. Now, the second thing that we want to do in the second part of this year, I think it's going to be in the last months of this year, between September and December, we want to launch e-commerce site where people will be paying in Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so for example, let's suppose that you, Sam, or you, Victoria, or you, Wim, uh, you will create a course about how to handle cryptocurrency, and you sell it for 0.10 BCH. Okay, approximately $50. Okay, so what happens? The platform will take one percentage, for example, 5%. Okay, you sell it for 0.10 Bitcoin Cash, and we keep 5%. And from those 5%, we will reward 1 or 2% to the holder of RFND. We will be shipping them loyalty rewards. It's like when you have a credit card. So you spend, for example, $100 and you receive the points or the loyalty reward points of 1%. So this is something that we will do with RFND in the last months. So this is something that we are looking forward for, and there will be a lot of promotions, and we are looking forward for it. So that is going to be basically our user case or
Okay,
utility case.
okay, thank you. I know that there are questions coming from Facebook also, so I'll wait to get them across and uh, as we progress. So let me ask this particular question, and the question is talking about CoinGecko, saying that any recent plan for more bonds of circulation supply, or is there any plan to list on a big exchange or at least CoinGecko?
Okay, that's a good question. I like it. Let me tell you something. Uh, At the beginning, we started with a circulation supply of 99.99 billion, and we burned 10 billion of tokens. So at this moment, we have 89.99 billion of tokens. All the information about the total monetary supply, you can always find it in simpleledger.info. Okay, so what I mean here is we went for the initial burning of 10 billion, but we decided to adjust the model. I will explain it. If you go to the website of rfndinvestment.com, there is a section of light paper, and we have formulated something that is called 5.5 decades of gradual release of circulation supply. That means that we will have limits for release of RFND into circulation supply. I will give you one example. This year, we have a maximum limit to release RFND into circulation supply of 15 billion. This is the largest limit of all history of RFND. And the lowest limit is going to be in the year 2076, when I'm gonna be 100 years old. And the last, and it will issue basically the last RFND. Okay, now these are limits. If we release less RFND tokens this year, if instead of 15 billion, if we release only 5 billion, that is okay. Then those RFND from the year 2021 will be going to the year 2022. I want to explain here something that is very important. I decided to look for a sustainable model based on that, because I was checking that many altcoins have one flaw. That is my personal perspective. They released most of their circulating supply during the first 2 years. So you see today some projects which have released 50, 60, 70, or 80% of circulating supply during the first year. So I think that provokes the depreciation of cryptocurrency. So I think that we will take it slow and easy. Okay. Now, related to the inclusion of RFND to any exchange, at this moment we are traded on Memo.cash and on CCTip. Something that I would like to let you know about CCTip. We trade RFND there in Ethereum, RFND in versus Doge, RFND Tron, okay? And tomorrow there is going to start BCH trading. So there's going to be listed RFND Bitcoin Cash trading pair, okay? Now, something important, there's going to be also, there's also a direct conversion of OneUp token to RFND. If you go below CCTip swap, there is one part that says CCTip convert, and you can find that we have there 5 million RFND convertible to OneUp tokens. So we thought about Uptrendians in case they want to convert OneUp token into RFND without so many commissions or fees. It is already there. Now, regarding to the exchange, we are planning to be included in one SLP exchange approximately in 2 or 3 months, but we're still not sure because we need to receive approval. If a bigger exchange comes one day, we will go there, but there is something required by exchanges. They need to have infrastructure to receive SLP tokens, because some exchanges invest into that and some not. So that is basically our requirement or our current conditions. Okay.
Wow, great development, and we really appreciate what the team is doing, bringing in an easy way to exchange RFND and also to even purchase for those of community members that hold one up. They can easily exchange their one up to RFND, and it's a great ideas, and we really commend the RFND team for these are wonderful ideas. So let me ask this question again. He's talking about um, let me see. Let me a quick question. Looking at the staking coming up tomorrow, the app coming up tomorrow. Can we look at the minimum amount that we are expecting a staker to start with? I know that you have talked about it, but I know that there are some people that will join us. So let's look at what are the minimum amounts to stake. I want to stake now. I have an interest in the project, and I'm feeling that I have a little RFND, and I feel like I need to benefit from what you are presenting. So, what do you think, or what is the minimum amount of RFND that someone can start with that considering staking?
Okay, so I'm going to explain you. For the minimum amount of RFND for staking is 5 million RFND. Okay, at this moment, according to this exchange rate that we have at this moment now, it is 0.10 BCH. It is approximately between $45 and $50, approximately. Okay. Now, if people want to stake and receive Ethereum rewards, they need 40 million. We ask for 40 million for Ethereum holders because we have to cover those Ethereum gas fees for deposits. Okay, so that's why we have that increase. Now, if someone, let's say, tells us we don't have 5 million RFND, you still have the option to have 500,000 RFND and receive SLP airdrops. You will not be receiving Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum, but for those smaller holders which hold between 500,000 and 5 million RFND, they will be getting, for example, the sweet airdrop, okay? And this is a very good token, Spice and Sweet. So we want to reward people from small investors to large investors. So we are bringing basically that that option.
Great, great, great answer. And like I said, we have a lot of questions, and I know that some people will have to come and capture me at the end of this meeting if I didn't read their questions. So let me still pick like two or three before I will look at the chat corner and pick some questions also there. Now let me read these questions, and it's talking about, yeah, you mentioned about high drops of some LSLP tokens. Let's look at what are your expectations this year, 2021, and what is making RFND projects so different from other tokens built on BCH blockchain?
Okay, that's a very good question. So basically, my expectation this year is that we run successfully FEX, which will be producing very good rewards for our holders, and also to implement the e-commerce site that I told you. Okay. Now, something that is very important that I notice in our community, we really listen to the voice of people who are around us, of our RFNDians, refundians, and if people have always suggestions, any inquiries, any doubts, they can always check it with us, because I think that we are very responsive community. Now, regarding from the other tokens, uh, do you know how many SLP tokens are now there today? There are 80,000 SLP tokens. This is a very large number. I cannot, guys, guarantee you the other tokens because I'm not part of their teams. But what I can tell, what I have noticed that, for example, tokens such as Sweet, Sour, Zapit, um, Sweet, Sour, Zapit, Arnu, that they are very solid, or Spice, they are very solid tokens which have good infrastructure, they have good cases, but we cannot be liable to tell you that invest here, invest there, because it depends on the market, and the market will determine the price. Okay, because cryptocurrency investing is very dynamic, and and check also the prices of each token. Hear it or don't listen it from someone else. You have to get convinced on your own, basically.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And when you mentioned it, I think I was checking through Simple Ledger, the website, and when I saw the numbers of, was it Simple Ledger? I think it was. When I saw the numbers of SLP tokens, I was like, wow, over 80,000. Wow. And RFND is position, people, is the position that RFND is taking. When I look at the popular tokens, SLP tokens are, when I look at them, I think if you count like 1 to 10, RFND is still one of the top SLP tokens. That's a great thing. That's a great job from RFND team. And we hope that soon we will see RFND at the top, at the number one SLP token soon.
I would like,
yeah,
I would like to tell you one thing that I realized in the crypto space. There is some flaw also are into crypto tribalism, and we are not into that. We are strongly against crypto tribalism. So we respect people's ideas, and we believe in SLP tokens, in ERC20 tokens, in Binance tokens. I don't say something is better or worse. I think that at this moment we should be working together, and we should be crossing the borders between communities offering good projects. So I think that RFND basically has done it because we crossed the borders between ERC20 community and SLP community. We're one of the first tokens doing that. So I believe in that attitude. This is basically my personal point of view.
interesting. I love that. I love that. Yeah, let me look at the chat corner. There is a question that we get dropped, and she's asking of the staking window. Said I'd like to ask if there is a staking window. I mean, is the staking just January 19 alone? I think maybe she's asking of what's going to happen tomorrow. Is it the staking window that's going to be released, or what exactly are we expecting tomorrow?
About the, you mean about, sorry, I didn't understand the question. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, you didn't understand. Yeah, I said there was a question drop on the chat corner. These are Discord, I mean the Zoom chat
Yes,
corner. So the lady is asking about a staking window, and I feel that what she's asking of is what are we expecting tomorrow? What are we trying to see? What is the reality of the launch of tomorrow? What is it exactly? What are we expecting tomorrow?
What are we expecting tomorrow? Well, I have to tell you something. Everything will depend on the market price. Uh, I have to be. We have one important value in RFND. We cannot speculate on the price. Okay, because I may wish, that would be my personal wish, that RFND increases 100, 200% in 1 month, but these are my wishes. We have to stick to the reality. Free market price will determine the price of RFND, okay? So I cannot assure to absolutely anybody that RFND is going to increase or decrease, because that's on the market. Okay, now something that I want to tell you always, when you do the trading or technical analysis of any token, remember that, for example, you may forecast that, for example, Bitcoin is going to increase versus US dollar, okay? But there are always, it's a game of probabilities. It's like 70%, in 70% of cases it can happen, but there is also the part which can go against you. The market can go against you 30%. So even if you have the best trading analysis and the top authority in trading did it, it doesn't guarantee you that Bitcoin will get there to $50,000 in 2 months because I or he said that, okay? There's always the probability that there could be market reversal, and I cannot assure absolutely anything. So I prefer not to speculate about it. What I can tell you is that RFND has a good infrastructure. It has good name. It has good fundamentals, but technical analysis and trading is something that is also determined by the traders or by the people who sell or buy RFND.
Yeah, thank you
So
for
that would
that.
be basically
Yeah, that's a good
my
answer.
answer.
Yeah, integrity is very important, and that is what I know about the RFND team. they speak how they don't really say, okay, guys, you expect this. If they are not sure of what it is, they say it as it is. And that is commendable to the team in general. I want to commend Jan also for a wonderful job he has been doing to make sure that every the vital information and also revealing the team is so transparent and open up to every community member. That's a good thing that we have really enjoyed from the entire team. All right, there are so many questions that are coming, and we can't answer all. Definitely, we can't answer all. Sincerely, maybe what I'll do is I'll pick two from chat, then I'll pick. Let me just read one more question from the one we have gathered initially, and that will be the last question. It's talking about the exchange.ist. The person is trying to, I think, uh, he, they were talking about the listing of RFND on exchange.ist. So the questioner, I mean, the person that is asking question is asking, is it true or not? If it is true, then what will be its effect on RFND price?
Now, guys, this is something also that it would be speculation. Okay. Now, remember, some people think that if you list a coin on one exchange, that it has to increase the price. In some occasion, it happens that during the first hours, the token can increase. But sometimes I have seen in certain occasions the tokens, when they got listed, they started, nothing happened, or they started even to decrease. Okay. So this is something depending on the trading. Okay. Something about so far RFND is going to be listed on memo.cash, well, which is a marketplace, and CCTip, it's like a DEX marketplace. Okay. So for the exchange, as I have been telling before, we have to wait for a few more months, but we have these options of convertibility between hard crypto such as Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum on these marketplaces. Okay, I have seen here one good question from Mentor Charles at 105.
Okay,
That he
that he
says,
was
I need
asking
to
about
clarity.
yeah, I need a clarity on these. According to what I heard, those from 500,000 to below 50 million, we get sweet reward. Please, does those people need to go to the staking pool or just hold in in one any LSLP wallet?
Okay, basically my answer is you don't have to go to any staking pool. You just hold your RFND on your SLP wallet. Okay, so that is basically who is in charge, the goat farmer who is in charge of Sui, he is going to pay the airdrop according to the balances. Okay, so and he will check it in Simple Ledger or on Bitcoin Cash blockchain. Okay, so this is your tokens on SLP wallet. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I think the first question I read, Bridget asked, I need to answer you. The staking that we are talking about is not that if you don't stake tomorrow, you can't stake anymore. So you can stake, on the 21, or you can stake on the 22. It's not that if you miss it tomorrow, you can't stake anymore. No, you can stake at your own convenient time. You can stake. I think I've answered that question now. Bridget. So take notes. I think I think we have been able to. Okay, I think there's one question. There's one question. Uh, we have really take Jan time tonight. We have take your time. They really prepare to come and ask you, bombard you with questions. But it's really is interesting and educating and open our eyes to know more about the team, the project, and the future of RFND, which is a very good thing for us to really know. And it will also encourage those that are present tonight to also try to promote this project, because you can see the potential around this project, and it's not going to be too good for us as a community member that have enjoyed this presentation to just hold it to ourselves. So is this presentation is actually opening our eyes to start writing about this project, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, spread it across, let other people also benefit from these rewards and bonuses that this project has placed down before us. So don't be selfish, don't hold it to yourself. Spread it across. All right.
Uh,
Spread it across.
Sam, I would like only to finish with something. Remember, if you hold any cryptocurrency, always, and this is a very important recommendation, please always keep your seed phrases and your passwords on very safe place, because I noticed that some people don't do it and then they lose access. Okay, so at any wallet, ERC20 wallet, Bitcoin Cash address, SLP wallet, please do that, guys. This is extremely important. And something else I recommend for staking, Electron.cash and Zapid wallets. These are, in my opinion, the most trustworthy wallets from my point of view. Bitcoin.com is also good. Okay, so always and make sure that you keep your funds safe. And I really appreciate all this interview, your time, guys, and these great questions, and I am very happy to be here with you. That will be my closure.
That's great from you. That's great from you. And it's really your presentation has really showed that uh, the project is really defending our fund with what has been presented tonight. So guys, you have your you can decide. I think everything that has been shared tonight has given you an overview and clarity about what RFND is all about. If you have maybe questions or you are still not really clear about what this project is, you can do well to check the website, the project website, or you can join the Telegram. Join the Telegram group, and the team are so accessible. You can access them, you can chat them, you can interact with the members within the community, and the admins are there to also help you out on some certain things. So don't if you don't know how to exchange your tokens, make sure that the people that you are chatting is the admin. Don't try to respond to any DM, because it can be they are always a scammer. Admin will never DM you first. Take note of that. So if you are so confused of how to exchange your tokens, walk up through to any admin, chat them up, and they will guide you the on the best way to do that. And you can claim your rewards and your bonuses and your profits at the end of the month. Every first day of every month, you get your staking reward according to what Jan has presented to us tonight. So staking tomorrow, it means that by March 1st, you are catching out something. That's a great, you understand, you don't need to just keep your token inside your wallet. Let people do the something, do the work for you and get your reward March 1st. Yeah, March 1st, right? I got it right. So
Thanks a lot, guys, and I'm very happy to be with you guys.
Yeah, we are happy to have you also here. We are happy to have you. Happy to have you. So now we end tonight's presentation, but at the same time, you remember we have the rewards for those that have submitted questions, and we read some of their questions out. I think I have up to like uh, over 14 questions, over 14 questions, but we just have to pick some important questions. All the questions are important and excellent questions, but we can't ask all. So to this note, we are going to reward most of all the participants, or let me say those that have asked questions through Google Forms. We are going to reward them. We have 3 million RFND, courtesy of uh, Jan and the entire team of RFND Investments. So we are going to release out those tokens. And for those of you that participated also, we are going to communicate how what you are going to receive. We have up to like 16, 17 people on Zoom here, and we have some people also on Facebook that also participated. So we will look at it all and see how we can be able to share the reward across. But I can't say now if it's everybody that's going to be rewarded, but definitely we will get something, get on something out from us. So thank you for coming. We appreciate your time out here, and we want to thank John for your time. You know, I can't pronounce the full name, so just take me as I am. Take me as I am. So, John, we thank you for your time. And from
Thanks a lot.
Africa, from Uganda, from Nigeria, from every part of the continent, we want to say we appreciate your time. And the entire Uptrend Africa is saying that we appreciate your efforts and your passion that you have put into this project. And we, many of us have benefited from the project and will continue to give our support at maximum. So we try to promote. So guys, please do well to share what you have learned today on Twitter, on Facebook, on Noise Cash, on Uptrend, on any platform that you do write about what you have learned today and try to share it with us, with Uptrend Africa team, the team, so that we too can also react on your content, on your tweets, on your Facebook, on whatsoever you have sent out to the crypto space, so that we can also know that we give our support, we give the support that is due to whatever you send out to the entire world. So we thank you for your time, and I think we are going to end it from here. So let me just try to mention everybody's name so that you know that I see you all, and we appreciate your time. Yeah. So
And
Mbadu, I thank you for coming. Um, Christian, thank you for coming. Rejoice, thank you for your time. Uh, Gift, thank you for your time. Adeleke, Brigette, uh, Zizi, again, Stanley, Julius, you made it tonight. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. Nora, thank you for your time. And the entire Uptrend Africa, wherever you might be, been listening, maybe on Twitter, because we share it on Twitter also. Thank you for coming. And we appreciate your time. We appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody. And from me to you, my name is Engineer Samuel. My full name is Olapade Samuel. So thank you for your time. We love you all. And we see you in the Telegram to share more things. So, Jan, we love you. Thank
thanks a
you.
lot.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
Guys, I thank you a lot, Sam, for hosting this AMA, and I thank to all of you. And I think that we are very grateful to Uptrend and to refund the DN community for what they have been doing, because all your support, every action of yours is something that counts every single day. And that makes me feel really great. And thanks a lot for everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate. Thank you. So guys, bye for now. We see you and our interaction starts as usual on Telegram. So bye for now. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody.
Great day. See you.